we got something on this Thunderbolt movie, this Marvel Thunderbolt movie, which for the people at home, describe what the Thunderbolt movie is supposed to be about.
Thunderbolts. They're kind of the MCU version of the Suicide Squad. For those who don't know, those are somewhat of villains and anti-heroes and some heroes that are assigned by the government to defend any threat that attacks the world. And I think in this movie we're supposed to have Black Widow, Red Guardian, Winter Soldier, Ghost, and I feel like I'm missing a character in that. And I think they were missing one character. I can't remember at the top of my head. And then supposedly the villain is supposed to be Sentry, and Sentry is the MCU version of Superman. He's a badass. His character is a little different than Superman. He's not the casual Superman. He isn't an alien from another universe. He is a human who was, I don't want to say forced. He was lied to about a lab experiment that was supposed to help him get money, and he was in the Weapon X program. Top of mind, I cannot remember what number of the Weapons X program he was. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he was. I want to say he was number 10. I think he was the last one, because if I remember correctly, one of the Weapons X was Captain America, then Wolverine. Hulk was one of them, and I can't remember the rest of them. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he was the last one in the Weapons X program.
Okay.
And so he was some average guy, some fat guy who happened to walk in and was supposed to get paid for a lab experiment, and the lab experiment altered his body, and he gets a different personality, and he gets gifted with powers. And he is like basically has the same powers as Superman, super fast, super strong, laser eyes. I don't remember his weaknesses too much. The only thing is that he has a different personality, so he's not the same person as he is as a normal human. But he doesn't know his own strength. That's one other weakness he has, is that he is nothing but a brute warrior. Like once he is in the zone, he is in the zone. There is no really stopping him. So I guess you could say like a blood rage, like a thirst for blood. And he was introduced in multiple different comics. The Dark Avengers, the Illuminati. I'm trying to World War Hulk. Trying to remember some Avenger comics. Oh, he was in Civil War, the latest Civil War. He was between Iron Man and Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel, aka Captain Marvel, and he was with he signed with Iron Man about giving up the rights to the government so the government can control the superheroes. Because at this point, he was scared of his superpowers because he was afraid that he would lose control, and he didn't know what he would do. At this point, he is like I think he's hurting too many civilians and done too much casualty that doesn't trust himself anymore and needs to be controlled. That's pretty much the summary of it. But he's supposed to be the villain in this movie. That's the leak is what I heard about, is that he's going to be the main villain. I don't know how he plays or what he's going to be doing it. So you're supposed to have a group of villains. They're supposed to be hired by the government. Thunderbolts, for those who don't know, that's General Ross.
Okay.
Who is Bruce Banner's
He's supposed to
father-in-law.
be the head of the military,
Yep.
or it's going to be replaced with Harrison Ford now moving forward.
Yeah, the actor recently passed away.
Mm-hmm. So the reason why we bring up Sentry was because of the fact that the actor Stephen Yeun, if you don't know who Stephen Yeun is, he played Glenn in The Walking Dead. He originally was supposed to be casted as Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie, and he just recently dropped out of doing the role. So we have two head candidates up here as far as who could replace Stephen Yeun as being Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie. Now, I will say when I look at Sentry on Google right now, right? You
Mm-hmm.
saying he's supposed to be like the MCU's version of Superman? You say?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have no idea how Steven Yeun was going to end up playing this character because when I'm looking at this character, Sentry, I'm like, all right, this guy's got to be swole. He's got to be like, look the part. So Steven Yeun definitely ain't gonna be looking no part playing this character as Sentry. So the two replacements that make sense to me, obviously, my boy Alan Richardson. If you haven't seen Fast X, he's in the movie. I don't want to spoil it for you. He's in the movie currently right now. Where I'm watching Jack Reacher. If you haven't started watching Jack Reacher, highly recommend you watch Jack Reacher. And then also probably the first thing that I've ever seen him in was Teen Titans on HBO Max. So I will say, I like Alan Richardson as an actor, very charismatic. Um, so far the roles that he's done, I enjoyed every single one of them that I've watched, and most importantly, when you just look at the body, no homo. He's just got the he's just got the physique for it. Like he got the physique to look the part for a Sentry, and I'm seeing that Sentry's a blonde, so is Alan Richardson. So this will work out perfectly for him. Just throw on a blonde wig if his hair is supposed to be long like that, and have him do his thing. Because I feel like right now Alan Richardson is the go-to guy in Hollywood currently for landing roles. And of course, we have Henry Cavill. We all know him as Superman in the DCU, and obviously Homeboy from The Witcher, which I really didn't care for The Witcher very much. It's very, very hard, both for me and you, to get into something with dragons. But
Yeah.
Henry Cavill, that will probably be the second best because obviously he plays Superman in the DCU. You look at the body, no homo. It's it's definitely worthy of playing Sentry in this Thunderbolts movie.
Man, I don't even know where to go with this. I mean, I agree with both castings, yo. Alan Richardson fits the role. Like, pause, no homo. Like, so, he looks the part. I mean, I've seen him, like you said, Teen Titans. I've seen him Blue Mountain State when he played in a comedy for college football, which was one of my favorites when I first seen him. Fast X, I didn't really care for his character too much. I mean, I felt like that was a little played out, like a little cliche. Jack Reacher, I need to watch because I heard that show was like that, so I'm about to get into that.
It's
Henry
just
Cavill.
Reacher.
Oh, Jack Reacher. Sorry.
Just
Is this
Reacher.
Reacher? Oh, Reacher.
Just
Sorry.
Reacher.
Just Reacher. My fault. My fault. My fault.
Just Reacher.
I gotta check that out though. Henry Cavill. This is the big news we gotta talk about though, because fan base is gonna get divided. We're not even talking about DC universe. We're not even talking about the Marvel universe. We're gonna talk about the role he's going to be playing, because technically he would be reprising a role that fits him from the beginning. Do I think he should do it? I think so.
I was
Why do
going to
I
say,
think so?
why wouldn't you think so if before you even jump into it? Why would you
Uh,
not think so after you gave him his role back? You give him the cameo in Black Adam, and then you're like,
let's
fuck
just
it. You're not doing
take it
this.
away from him.
Like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah,
Because
why
that's what I'm
wouldn't
going to get to. Why I think he should take the role? Not only just because he has no blonde hair, but you could dye that. I mean, come on, let's be honest. You can get away with dyeing your hair, even if it looks bad. Thor did it too. Chris Hemsworth did it. So why can't Henry Cavill? But let's get into the pettiness. Did Warner Brothers screw him in the end? I think they did. And let's be honest. I'm not counting the Justice League appearances and the Black Adam appearance. He only technically has one movie on his belt. And I'm not counting that. I hated that second movie they made him do, Batman vs Superman. That was terrible, bro. Technically, they need he need. If I was him, I'll be a petty mofo. I would be like, Kevin Feige, I'm that role. I'm that dude. I want it. Let me have it. Give me that character. I will bring you money and the fans. And it would be ultimate slap to the face to DC, yo. They would be like, bro, like, you serious? Like, that's messed up. Nah, y'all did him dirty, though. Y'all did him dirty.
Can it is this Sentry character something that can be reprised in multiple movies?
Yes, of course. Of
Okay, I just
course.
wanted to make sure because I don't want this. If this if this is Henry Cavill's ultimate revenge to DC, it can't be a one and done deal.
No, no, no. Nah, he needs to be he needs to be shown multiple times. This is a character you just can't kill. 'Cause mind you, he's a Superman character, so there's not too many characters that can like go toe to toe with him. Um, I'm waiting for it because it's possible that if we get this Hulk movie, that if it's like in the comics when he came back from Planet Hulk, if you remember that movie when they sent him to Sakaar and he had to fight in the in an arena and then ended up overthrowing the king and became the king, had a family, came back because his wife died in the ship that Tony and the Illuminati sent him in.
Right.
World War Hulk, and Sentry was a like a prime character in that comic book series. I'm waiting for that movie to happen because they had their opportunity to do it after Thor Ragnarok, but the way it played out, we had Infinity War, which I'm not hating. But if you're going to do a Hulk movie, you need to do it right. Like, and you need to have a character that can actually let Hulk demonstrate his true power. Like, we have yet to see Hulk out. It needs to be a Hulkamania movie, and like I know a lot of people are gonna gonna call me out for this because I mean, come on, I mean, I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, I mean, you need to have a Hulk character, Hulk out, bro. Like, go full fledged, like monster mode, like anger, like just having him go toe to toe with the Avengers and watching him stomp on them like they're like pieces of paper, bro. Like just rocks, like just stepping on them and be like, yo, get out of here. So Sentry, that's where Sentry plays like a crucial role into this because he can go head to head with Hulk.